Hey everybody, welcome to practice. Today's class is going to be a full body vinyasa flow that leads us to or toward bird of paradise. So for today's class, you don't necessarily need two blocks, so I always suggest having them nearby just in case, but you may want a strap. As we move toward bird of paradise, it requires a bind, and that can be a little more accessible if we have a strap nearby. So go ahead, find your things, and then we'll start out reclined on our mat, finding an early Shavasana. Lay back, take up space. Walk the shoulders down away from the ears. Lengthen down the arms, and then relax them. Lengthen down the legs, and then relax them. And then soften your eyes. Just breathe. And as you lay here in the quiet, begin to scan your body with the mind's eye. Just see where your starting point is today, how it is you feel today. And then start to turn your attention to your breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. Just start to observe the gentle grazing of air across the upper lip as the air enters the nostrils and exits the nostrils. And then begin to take a little longer as you breathe in through the nose, filling the lungs. And when the lungs feel sufficiently full, open the mouth, sigh it out. Breathe in through the nose. Open the mouth. One more breath. Breathe in through the nose. This time stretch long from fingertip to toe tip. Reach out, wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, create space. And then as you exhale, draw the right knee to the chest. Gently pull the right leg in. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, take a twist. Right leg crosses the body over toward the left. And then inhale back to the center. Squeeze the right knee in. And then lengthen. Stretch long from fingertips to toe tips. Reach out. Breathe in. As you exhale, the left leg draws in toward the chest. Give it a squeeze. Take one more breath in. On your exhale, we take our twist. Left leg crosses the body over to the right. Return to back body. Squeeze the left knee in. And then stretch long one more time. Fingertips to toe tips, reaching out, take up space. Pause here. Left hand catches the right wrist, and we slide the hands over toward the top left-hand corner of our mat. And maybe you walk your feet to the bottom left-hand corner of the mat. Just creating a little more space along right side body, banana shape. Soften as you breathe here. And then gently pass through center, stretch long. And then we'll take it to the other side. Right hand takes control of the left wrist. Gently pull the hands to the top right-hand corner of your mat. Walk your feet to the bottom right-hand corner, creating more space along the left side body, left rib cage. Soften here. And then back through center. We stretch long one last time. Reach out, make space, breathe into that space you're creating. And then as you exhale, draw both knees in toward the chest. And then slide the knees or the legs outside of the rib cage. You can slide the hands to the backs of the thighs as we move to happy baby, or if you'd like, the hands can be on the calves, the ankles, or maybe the sides of the feet. And you use the strength of the arms to help pull the legs down outside of the rib cage, lengthening the low back on the ground, tailbone. And then gently release the feet to the floor for bridge pose. Planting the feet to the floor, the knees are pointing up toward the ceiling, arms reaching down alongside body. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, start to press into the feet, press into the arm bones, lift the hips up, lengthening the tailbone toward the backs of the knees as you lift the hips. Arm bones pressing down firmly, soles of feet pressing down. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, return your spine back down to the ground. Take your time. When you reach the bottom, let the knees sway side to side. And one more time, we'll pause in our bridge pose, knees pointing up toward the ceiling, arms reaching down alongside body. Take a breath in to prepare. As you exhale, start to lift your hips, pressing into the feet, pressing into upper arm bones, firming down. The chest is lifting, the chin is lifting. Just breathing here, firming into the feet a little bit more. Then start to walk the feet toward one another. Press more into your left foot. Keep the thighs matching as you reach the right foot toward the space in front of you. So right foot is reaching out forward. Thighs are matching though, keeping the hips lifted. Press into the left foot. Then slowly lower the right foot back down to the ground. Keep the hips lifted, just reach the left foot forward, thighs matching. Now we're really pressing down into the right foot, arm bones pressing down, jaw is unclenched. Slowly lower the left foot back down to the ground, press into both feet, lift the hips just a little higher, and then one vertebra at a time, lower your spine back down to the ground. When you reach the bottom, let the knees sway side to side. Then draw both knees in toward the chest. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, curl the head and shoulders up off the mat toward the knees, squeezing tight. And then we begin to rock and roll forward and back a few times. 4 or 5 times. Up and back, up and back. And then we'll pause in a seat, a cross-legged position. Hands slide to the fronts of the shins. Draw your heart forward for seated cow pose. Inhale as you lift the heart. Maybe blink the eyes open, lift your gaze. And then as you exhale, round back, separating shoulder blades as you tuck the chin toward the chest, maybe reaching fingers forward. And then take a few breaths on your own, breathing in as the heart nudges forward, breathing out as you round through the spine. The next time the heart is forward, stay there. Inhale to release both hands up toward the ceiling, lengthening up. And as you exhale, take a twist to the right, open up the arms, reach out, sprinkle the fingers down toward the ground, maybe the outer right thigh. Lengthen as you inhale, lifting up out of lumbar spine. Stay as you exhale, maybe twisting a little deeper. Right rib cage leads the twist. Then inhale, face the front, both arms high. Exhale, we take our twist to the left, reaching out. And then allowing the hands to sprinkle down wherever feels comfortable. Inhale as you lengthen up through the spine. Breathe in, lifting out of lumbar spine. Exhale, twist you a little deeper. Left rib cage leads the twist this time. Then inhale, face the front, both arms high. As you exhale, cactus out the arms, lift the heart, drag the elbow tips down toward the hip points. And then plant the hands behind you. Fingertips to the ground as you puff up the heart. And then plant the hands down. Lean back on the hands, send the legs out in front of you. Give the legs a little shake. And then bend both knees generously, drawing the heels towards you, finding a dorsiflexion in the feet. When we point the toes, that's plantar flexion. When we draw the toes up toward the face, that's dorsiflexion. You can think like a dorsal fin. So the toes drawing toward the face, the feet dorsiflexed. Sitting up nice and tall, think about drawing the low belly in and up, that Mula Bandha root lock. Breathing in here, chest is lifting. Take an inhale, start to lean back. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lifts you back up. Exhale, leans you back. Inhale, lifts you back up. Exhale, leans you back. Pause here, keep lifting through the chest. Just lift the left heel off the ground. See if you can press the right heel down more firmly. And then lower the left heel, lift yourself back up. As you exhale, lean back. Pause and hold, chest is still lifting, Mula Bandha active. Stay or lift the right heel off the ground. Try to press the left heel down more firmly. Lower the right heel, lift yourself back up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, lean back one more time. Hold it here. Chest is lifting, firm through the core. You can keep the heels grounded, or what does it feel like to lift both heels off the ground? Squeeze the legs toward one another. Holding for 3. For 2, lower your heels back down. Give yourself a squeeze, wrapping arms around the thighs. And then release. Send your arms forward. Slowly lower yourself onto back body one more time. Take a nice long stretch when you get there. Reach from fingertip to toe tip. And then as you exhale, bring the arms down alongside body. Slide your heels in closer, preparing for bridge pose. Take a breath in. Lift your hips as you breathe out. Press into the feet. Press into arm bones. Lengthen the tailbone toward the back of the knees. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll yourself down, all the way down. As you reach the bottom, let the knees sway side to side. Then draw the knees into the chest. Give yourself one more squeeze. Invite the head and shoulders up off the ground. And then we begin to rock and roll once again. This time, when we're done rocking and rolling, we're going to meet in tabletop position. So make your way there, crossing the shins, planting the hands, walking the knees back underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. As you find your tabletop position, spread the fingers out, start to make some circles around the wrists. 2 or 3 circles in one direction and then reverse. And then we'll turn our fingers out toward the sides of the mat, finding a little shift left and right. And if it feels okay in your wrist, you can turn the fingers back toward your own knees. Shift a little forward and back. And then turn your hands back the regular way. On an inhale, we'll find cow pose. Heart nudges forward, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, round up into cat. Push the ground away. Separate shoulder blades on the back. Inhale into your cow pose. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, rounds you up. One more round like that. Breathe in, heart forward. Exhale, round up. Then find a neutral spine, so neither cat nor cow, flat back, low belly and low ribs knitting in. Tuck your toes underneath, hover your knees just over the mat. Shift a little forward, let your shoulders come past the wrists, past the finger pads. Shift a little back, sending hips toward the heels. Shift a little forward. Shift a little back. Downward facing dog. Pike your hips up high. Press the hips up toward the ceiling. Tailbone lifts toward the ceiling. And start to pedal the feet out. Pressing one heel toward the ground and the other. Then pause in your downward facing dog. Unplug the hands. Walk the hands toward the feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Bend the knees generously so that belly and thighs can make contact. Belly lays on the thighs. The head hangs heavy. And the hands, they rest on the ground, or maybe they're hanging, or maybe you catch opposite elbows. And then we shake the head like we're saying no. Nod the head like yes. Then release all 10 fingers toward the floor. Press into your feet, lift your hips. Take an inhale as you lift halfway. Exhale, refold. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe this time you reach the arms back in space. Exhale, refold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Arms reaching back if that's possible. Exhale, fold. Bring the fingertips down toward the ground. Heel toe the feet apart. Malasana yogi squat is where we're going. Toes out, heels in. Feet are pretty wide, about as wide as your mat is. And then we shift a little side to side, hands to heart. And then reach your right fingertips down. Start to turn your left chest open. Reach your left arm up. The right arm is helping to press the right leg open. Nirmalasana. And then float the hands down. We're switching sides. Left hand in front of the left shin. Right arm opens up, twisting the torso to the right. The left arm helping to open up left leg. And then float back down. Forward fold, both hands down, straighten the legs. Heel toe the feet toward one another. And then crawl your hands out, high plank. Shift forward and back in your high plank. Stretching the bottoms of the feet. And then next time you shift forward, stay there. Lower the knees down. So we're in knees down plank. Keep the belly in, the low belly, the mula bandha, those muscles pulling in and up. Shift forward. Bend your elbows lower down. Bending the arms halfway, lowering toward chaturanga. Hold. Then straighten the arms. Press yourself back up. 2 more like that. Shift forward. Bend your elbows lower halfway. Squeezing arms in toward the rib cage. Straighten the arms. Press back up. 1 more time. Shift forward. Bend the elbows lower half. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower all the way to the belly. Wide cobra. Tent up your fingertips outside of your mat. Peel the heart forward on an inhale. And your exhale lowers your chest back down toward the ground. Again, peel the heart up. Lower down. 1 more time, peel the heart up. And then lower yourself down. Bring your forehead all the way to the mat, preparing for locust pose. The arms will reach back alongside body or anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, lengthen to lift. So from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, you're lengthening, like you're pulling yourself apart from end to end. Fingers active. Take 1 more cycle of breath. And then slowly lower yourself down. Rest on your right cheek. Shake your hips a little side to side or bend your knees, let your shins sway. Then relax the legs down. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Tabletop position. We press ourselves back onto hands and knees. From your tabletop position, tuck your toes. Hover your knees just over the mat. Shift a little forward. Shift a little back. Shift a little forward. Shift a little back. Downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale as you lift the right leg up high. Bend the right knee, open up the hip. Make a few circles around the right hip socket. So 2 or 3 circles in each direction. Then reach the right leg high, square the hip off, so dial the right toes down. Take a breath in as you lift high onto your left toes. As you breathe out, draw the knee toward the nose, shift forward. Pausing here, hold. And everybody softens the right knee down to the ground. Swivel the shin behind you as we open up to supported side plank. The left arm reaches up high. And then reach long over the left ear. So we're in a long stretch of left side body from the left fingertip all the way to the outer left foot. One more breath here. We rise to gate pose, standing on left foot and right shin. The left hand slides down the outer left leg, right arm reaching up and over. Press the hips forward slightly. Then inhale, upright the torso, look to your right, plant both hands on the ground. Swivel your right shin behind you once again. Lift your left foot off the ground, so left leg is lengthening back behind you. On an inhale, shift forward. Bend your elbows, lowering chest and chin toward the ground as you squeeze left glutes to lift the left leg. And then as you exhale, straighten the arms. Plant the left toes. Draw the right knee to the nose. Lower the right knee, reset. Left leg lifts. Inhale, shift forward, bend your elbows, lower chest and chin toward the ground, squeeze left glutes. Exhale, straightens the arms, plants the left toes, right knee to the nose. Reset, right knee down, left leg lifts. Inhale, shift forward, bend your elbows, lower chest and chin down. Maybe you stay here for an extra moment, squeezing left glutes, maybe pointing the right toes up as well. Then straighten the arms, plant the left toes, draw the right knee to the nose, hold. Hold it here, look to your left, fall in triangle. Start to slide the right foot off to the left. Turn your chest up toward the ceiling, look up and back, search for your left hand, your left thumb, and then have a seat right where you are. Now we're in a seated V shape. Your left leg is on the mat. Your right leg will curl in, heel toward the groin. Turn to face your right leg as you reach the left hand toward the left foot. Finding a side body stretch here. Right arm will reach up and over, also in the direction of the left foot. You can stay here or bend your right elbow, let the fingertips graze behind the ear, and lean right shoulder and elbow back even more. On your next inhale, reach the right arm up high. Upright the torso, plant the right hand by the right hip, look toward your left hand, supported wild thing, lift up onto your right shin and left foot, look up and back for left hand. Really opening up through front body. Then lower yourself down to a seat. Turn to face the back of your mat, draw the right knee toward the chest. Interlacing the fingers around the right shin, sit up tall. Draw the low belly in and up, Mula Bandha. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the left leg off the ground, hold it here. Start to lean back, pressing the right shin into the right fingers. Find a little balance there. See if you can lift the left leg even higher. And then slowly lower yourself down onto the back body. Squeeze the right knee in as you relax the left leg. We'll find a twist. Right leg crosses the body to the left. Then return to the back body. Squeeze both knees in toward the chest. Then plant the feet for bridge pose. Heels close to the glutes, fingers reaching down toward the backs of the heels. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lift the hips. Affirming into the feet. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll yourself back down to the ground. Let your knees sway side to side once you reach the bottom. And then draw both legs in toward the chest. We'll rock and roll once again, up and back the length of the spine. This time, create some momentum. We'll meet in chair pose. So using hands or not, we'll make our way to chair. Plant the feet. Tailbone long. Invite the hands to the heart. Take an inhale. Twist to your right as you exhale. You have options to stay here, maybe open up the arms. Maybe you'd like to play with a side crow, bringing the hands down to the ground. Planting the hands, bending the elbows like chaturanga and shifting your weight in. Maybe the feet lift off the ground. Slowly take your time. We all return to our chair pose. Arms reaching. Forward fold as you exhale. Step the left foot toward the back of your mat. Runner's lunge. Then we rise up to high crescent. The back heel is lifted. Front knee deeply bent. Start to bend a little more into your front knee. And we'll just straighten it out. So bend and straighten a few times into the front leg. And then the next time that the right knee is bent, stay there. We'll turn this into warrior one by planting the back foot flat. From this point, bend a little deeper into the right leg, pressing the front shin forward. Cactus out your arms, lift the heart, lean back. And then upright your torso. Bring the arms together in front of you. Pinky fingers touch. Lift your elbows. Take a big inhale as you lift the heart. As you exhale, humble warrior, dive down inside of the right leg. Pausing here, bringing forehead toward the right big toe. Create a firmness between the feet, as if you were pulling the right foot backward and the left foot forward. Then release your left hand to the ground. Simple twist, your right arm up high. Inhale. Start to sweep the right arm forward. And then plant the right hand down inside of the right foot, high lizard lunge. Shift a little forward and back. And then we all soften the left knee down. Swivel the left shin behind you as like a little kickstand. The right hand will stay grounded as we peel the left hand up. Open up the chest toward the left. And then bring the left hand back down to the ground. We're going to find that one more time and with a half or a full bind. If you have a strap by, you'll take your strap in your left hand. From here, we'll reach the left arm back up toward the ceiling. Your strap is in the left hand. You can let it hang long. And then we'll find a half bind with the left hand, either to the low back or the left hip, or maybe all the way toward right hip crease. Look underneath you. Maybe you see your strap, or maybe your hands can touch each other. But reach for your strap. Find your strap there. Look underneath you at your left heel. We're going to have a seat behind the left heel and find our seated bird of paradise. So maybe you've got the strap here and you've got your bind assist for bird of paradise. You can keep the leg bent, or you can see what it feels like to start to bend and straighten. Take one more breath here. Then release your strap to the floor. Release your bind. You are using it. Turn to your left, high plank, facing the top of your mat. Shift a little forward. Option to lower to your knees, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Then inhale, the left leg lifts up high, three-legged dog. bend your left knee, open up through the hip, make some circles around the left hip socket. So 2 or 3 circles, the biggest circles you can draw, and then reverse the direction. Then send the left leg up high. Dial the left hip down, dial the left toes down. Take an inhale as you lift high onto right toes. As you exhale, left knee draws to the nose. Hold. Shift forward. And then we all soften the left knee down to the ground. Kickstand the left shin behind you as we open up the right arm toward the ceiling. Supported side plank on this side. And then reach the right arm long over the ear. So we create this length along right side body. Then rise to gate pose, keeping the right foot grounded and the left shin. Slide the right hand down the outer leg, left arm reaching up and over the hips, pressing forward slightly. Then upright the torso, look to your left, plant both hands down. Swivel your left shin behind you as you lift the right leg behind. An inhale shifts you forward, bend your elbows, lower chest and chin toward the ground as you squeeze right glutes to lift the right leg. And then as you exhale, straighten the arms, plant the right toes, left knee to the nose. Reset, left knee down, lift the right foot, inhale, shift forward, bend the elbows, chest and chin lowers. Exhale, straighten the arms, plant the right toes, left knee to the nose. Reset, last time, left knee down, right toes lift off the mat, shift forward, bend your elbows, chest and chin lower toward the ground, stay here, squeezing right glutes, sending the right toes up toward the ceiling. Maybe you bend left knee, send left toes up too. Then straighten the arms, plant the right toes, left knee to the nose. Hold. Look to your right, fall in triangle, slide the left leg away. Turn your chest up toward the ceiling, really opening up front body, look up and back for right fingers, right thumb, and then have a seat right where you are. A V shape in the legs. Your right leg is on the mat. Curl your left foot in towards your groin. Turn your torso to face your left leg. Right hand reaches down toward the right foot. Left arm reaching up and over, also in the direction of the right foot. Stay as you are, or bend your left elbow, let the fingertips graze behind the ear, lean back a little more, left shoulder, left elbow. Then release the left hand up toward the ceiling, upright the torso, plant the left hand by the hip, right arm reaches high, look up and at it, supported wild thing, open up. Then have a seat, turn to face the back of your mat, draw your left knee to the chest, interlace the fingers around the left shin, sitting up tall, drawing those lower belly muscles, Mula Bandha in and up. Take an inhale, lift your right leg, hold. Start to lean back, pressing left shin into your hands. Find a little balance. Lift the right leg a little higher. And then slowly recline onto your back body. We'll find our twist. Left leg crosses the body over to the right. Return to back body. Squeeze both knees in. Happy baby. Once again, holding on to the backs of the thighs, the calves, ankles, or the sides of the feet, and then pulling down outside of the rib cage. Maybe you rock a little side to side. Let that massage your low back. Then release the feet to the floor. Bridge pose, or if you'd like wheel this time, you're welcome to find wheel, planting the hands over the shoulders. Take an inhale, and then we'll lift on our exhale, bridge or wheel. I'm still demonstrating bridge. Chest is lifting, feet are firming into the earth, upper arm bones firming down. And then lower yourself down one vertebra at a time. Let your knees sway when you reach the bottom. And then pause in the center. One more time, bridge or wheel. This time I'll demonstrate wheel pose, planting the hands over the shoulders. Fingers pointing back toward your own shoulders. Though you're welcome to remain in wheel or in a reclined butterfly position with the soles of the feet pressed together. If you'd like wheel, we're pressing into the hands and the feet. When you're ready, press into the hands and the feet, lift yourself up. Pressing your armpits a little closer to the space that you're looking at. One more breath. And then whatever you chose, slowly make your way out. Lowering yourself back down. We'll all find ourselves swaying the knees. Then draw both knees into the chest. Begin to rock and roll. We meet in a chair pose once again. Chair pose. Hands to the heart. Take an in breath. As you exhale, take your twist to the left. Staying here or opening up the arms. Maybe another side crow, this side on the left. Bring the hands down. Resting the left thigh on the back of the right elbow. And take your time. We'll slowly return to our chair pose. Forward fold, exhale. Step your right foot to the back of the mat, runner's lunge. And then rise to high crescent. Back heel stays lifted. Deep bend in the front knee. And then start to straighten the front leg. Rebend. Straighten. Rebend. One more time straight. One more time bend. Hold it here. We turn this into warrior one. The back foot steps flat. Still offset from side to side. Sink a little in. Start to cactus out your arms. Lift the heart. Look up. Then upright your torso. Bring the forearms together in front of you. Planting or pressing the pinky fingers together. Lift the elbows up. Inhale as you lift the heart. Take your gaze up. As you exhale, humble warrior, dive down inside of the left leg. Forehead toward the left big toe. Then start to firm your feet toward one another. Back leg working just as hard as front leg. Release the right hand to the floor. Simple twist. Pivot onto the back toes as the left arm sweeps up. Then start to reach the left arm forward. And then plant the left hand down inside of the left foot. So we're in high lizard lunge. Shift a little forward and back. Next time you're forward, stay there. Soften your right knee down. Swivel your right shin behind you. Keep the left hand grounded as you reach the right arm up, turning your chest toward the right. And then slowly bring the right hand back down to the ground. We're going to do that one more time, but maybe this time you'll want your strap again. Just an option. The full bind is a little bit of a challenge. The strap is there to help bring the hands closer. So the strap in your right hand will lift up, reach up. I like to let the strap fall behind me. And then bring the right hand to the low back, maybe toward your left hip crease. Look underneath you, you see the strap. Left hand will reach for the strap. And then we'll have a seat behind the right heel. Have a seat all the way down. Your hands have the strap. And then you can play with straightening and bending that left leg. And then when you've had enough, release the bind, release the strap. Turn to your right, high plank. Shift forward, option to lower to your knees, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Downward facing, breathe out. Breathing here, broaden through the upper back. Just pause for a moment. Take a breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. On an inhale, the right leg lifts high, three-legged dog. As you exhale, knee to the nose, shift forward one time. Inhale, three-legged. This time as you exhale, the right foot steps halfway up your mat, standing L or split, the left leg lifts. Really firming into the standing foot, pressing into your right foot, maybe lift the right kneecap, squeeze left glutes, reach the toes up. And then we'll find a curtsy squat, tucking left knee behind right knee, left toes meet the earth. Invite your hands to the heart. Then start to rise to stand straight in both legs. Shift your weight into the back foot. Draw the right knee to the chest. And then open up to tree pose, your version of tree. Your right toes might even still be on the ground in a kind of a rooted tree. Or you can slide the foot up the leg. Last breath here. Then invite the right knee to the front. Kick your right foot forward. Step forward, warrior three. Bow your torso forward. Find a little balance. Then lift the left leg back behind you. Really firming into your standing foot. Chair pose. Left foot meets right. Release the arms up. Breathe in. As you breathe out, reach arms forward. Separate the feet outside of hip distance so it looks more like a bear squat. Hips moving back in space, top of the head and fingertips reaching forward. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lift the heels, balance on the balls of the feet, the toes, pressing your arches forward. And then we all bring the hands down toward the ground, to the ground. Begin to shift your weight forward. Bring the knees toward the backs of the arms. And just shift a little weight into the hands, but leave the toes on the ground. Don't lift. Shift the weight back into the toes. Again, hands down. Shift a little weight into the hands. Come onto your tippy toes. Lower yourself back down. One more time. If you'd like to lift into crow this time, you're welcome to let the toes leave the ground. From here, we find chaturanga. You can either step back or hop back, chaturanga. Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Inhale, the right leg lifts up high. As you exhale, the right foot steps all the way to the top of the mat, warrior two. Take up long stance here. Soft gaze over the right middle finger. As you sink down into your warrior two. Back leg just as active as front leg, even firm the feet toward one another. Then start to straighten your front leg, Trikonasana, triangle pose. The right arm reaches forward and then down toward your shin or a block or the floor. Take your gaze up toward the left hand, leaning the left shoulder back. One more breath. Look toward your right foot. High lizard lunge. Bring both hands down inside of the right foot. So you have options here. You can return the left knee to the ground, swivel the left shin behind you, and find that supported side plank or supported side angle variation of our bird of paradise, using your strap or not, finding the bind once again. Or if you'd like, you can find the full version, with the left foot planted down and the right foot as well. Opening up, option for your strap to be in the hand. Left arm up high. Maybe you let that strap fall down behind you. Find your half bind. Maybe you reach through and find your full bind, either holding on to hands or holding on to the strap or a towel. And then we all start to walk our left foot up toward the top of the mat. And we'll rise to bird of paradise. Standing on the left foot, we'll bring the right leg with us. Find your balance. Then if you want to play with straightening the right leg, maybe you start to kick into the right foot. When you're done with that, we'll all meet in mountain pose at the top of the mat. Release your strap. Plant your feet underneath the hips. Stand tall as you close the eyes. Then blink your eyes open. Sweep the arms up. Breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Step back to your high plank. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the left leg lifts high. Three-legged dog. Lift high onto your right toes. And as you exhale, knee to the nose. One time. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, this time we step the left foot halfway up the mat, standing L or split. Firming into the left foot, the right leg is lifting behind us. Squeezing right glutes to lift the right leg. And then we find a curtsy squat. Tuck the right knee behind the left knee. Let the right toes meet the ground. Bring the hands to the heart, look forward. And then straighten the legs as you rise up to stand. Shift your weight into your right foot. That's your back foot. The left knee draws toward the chest. And then we open up to our tree pose. Knowing that tree can take any form that works for you. Maybe like a rooted tree with the left toes at the ground. When you start to find your balance, you can start to slide that foot up the inside of the right leg. And start to draw the left knee toward the chest. Hold it here, kick it forward, step forward. Warrior three, lean the torso forward, find balance on the left leg, then start to lift the right leg behind you. Chest is lifting, we're firm into the standing leg. Then chair pose, right foot meets left. Reach the arms forward. Separate the feet outside of hip distance. Find your bear squat. Lift up onto your toes, the heels lift. Find that balance. Press the arches forward. Then we all lower the hands down to the ground. Make your way to your crow or just play with the prep. Sending the weight into the hands. You don't have to lift the feet. Just play with preparing, strengthening for crow. If you'd like to take crow though, you can lift the feet off the ground. We're about to move through Vinyasa, so you can Chaturanga or just step back, high plank. Then Chaturanga, Cobra or up dog, breathe in. Downward facing, breathe out. Inhale, the left leg lifts, three-legged. As you exhale, left foot steps all the way to the top of your mat, warrior two. Long stance, big stance. Eyes soft, jaw unclenched as we sink deeper here. Firming the feet toward one another. And then start to straighten the front leg. Lean forward, reaching with your left fingertips, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Maybe taking your gaze up toward the right thumb, right hand, leaning right shoulder back. And then look down toward your left foot. High lizard lunge, both hands down inside of the left foot. And so you have your options once again. You can soften the right knee down, find that kickstand. Maybe reach for your strap and find that seated bird of paradise like we did earlier in class. Or stay on the right foot, flatten it out. Keep your left hand grounded. Maybe reach for your strap with your right hand. Reach the right arm up. And then bring the right hand to the low back or left hip crease. Look underneath you. Your left hand will take control of the strap that's dangling. And then we all start to step the right foot in closer toward the top of the mat. Keep a hold of your strap as you rise up to stand on the right leg. Bring the left leg with you. And then maybe you play with what it feels like to start to straighten the left leg. Knowing that each side is going to be different. Allow it to be whatever it is. And then when you've had enough of this, release everything. We'll find mountain pose once again at the top of the mat. Standing tall with the heels underneath the hips. The eyes are closed. Then blink the eyes open, reach the arms up, breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana, look up. Maybe take a little back bend here as you press the palms together, lift the heart, press the hips forward. Exhale, forward fold, hands down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Refold, breathe out. Heel toe the feet apart, Malasana yogi squat, toes out, heels in. Sink your hips down. Then reach your arms forward. Start to lower yourself all the way onto your bottom or down. Plant the hands behind you, send the legs out in front. Give the legs a little shake. One last time, finding our boat pose. Slide the heels in, dorsiflexion of the feet. Mula Bandha, drawing in and up on the low belly. Arms reaching forward, chest reaching forward. Inhale. Exhale, leans you back. Hold it here. What does it feel like to stay grounded? Or what does it feel like to lift the heels? Hold it here. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you reach the legs to straight. Stretching through the bottoms of the feet, reaching through the heels, reaching through the toes. One more breath. Low boat, one time. And then release all the way down. Stretch long from fingertips to toe tips once again. And then exhale both knees to the chest. Rock a little side to side. And then keep the right knee in, let the left leg go long. We'll move toward a twist. Take an inhale. On your exhale, the right leg will cross the body to the left. And then you can make any adjustments you need to find a twist that works for you on this side. Then gently pass back through center. Squeeze the right leg in, then switch legs. Left knee in, right leg long. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, we find our twist, left leg crossing the body to the right. And return to back body. Squeeze both legs into the chest. Maybe wrap your arms around the shins. Curl your forehead toward your knees. Squeeze into the tightest little ball. Squeeze, squeeze. Breathe in. Everything tight. And then exhale. Let it all go. Stretch out. Spread out. Take up space as you find your way to Shavasana or any resting pose that feels good in your body. And then it's here in Shavasana that I'm going to leave you today. Please spend another 5 to 10 minutes laying here in the quiet, completing your yoga practice. And then I'll see you on your mat next time. I hope you have a great day.